Hello and welcome to AMP, an asset management program. An asset generally is any building, equipment, or tool. Floods or other natural disasters can damage facilities and their assets. When the companies or governments running those facilities have to request help to replace damaged equipment, they must know the value of those assets and the realistic cost to replace them. While there are currently programs out there that accomplish this, they generally are too complex or do far more than is needed for most facilities. The intended purpose of this program is to provide a simplified system to be able to track assets within a facility without being overly complex or difficult to use. This program is designed as a database-driven web application with the intent that no software has to be installed on the user's computer while providing full functionality from any browser or device. This design also will allow for future expansion to mobile device apps, as well as adding other functionality to attempt to provide a one-stop program to use for most smaller facility usage. This program was created using Microsoft-based tools and is intended to be deployed to an on-site server or could be deployed on the cloud, allowing access from virtually anywhere. The screen that you're seeing now is what a user would view prior to logging in. You can only see the system news and the About page. Once you've logged in as a guest, you will have very limited access to anything other than reports. We can see our main logbook. We can see the work orders and their statuses. We can see the status of orders that have been placed to replace parts. And we can also see what the statuses are for parts requests. Within maintenance, we can look again at work orders. In a stockroom, we can look at the general inventory. You can see here we can sort based on our columns. We have a search box and we have multiple pages here if necessary, if there's more than one page worth of inventory items. As you can see, it's a very limited amount of things that a guest can do because we don't want a guest to be able to create work orders or order parts or that sort of thing. A guest is just there to look. Now, if we log in as an admin, can do pretty much anything. Not only do they see the reports that the guest can see, but they can also create a new logbook entry. And again, they can look at the logbook. They can look at work orders with their statuses. They can look at the order requests and their statuses, as well as parts requests and their statuses. Within maintenance, not only can they look at the work orders, but they can also create a new work order. And within the stockroom, they can look at the inventory. They can look at order requests or create order requests. They can view parts requests and approve or place orders if necessary. We can also reorder parts when they're low on quantity in hand. Here in this screen, you can see the minimum number of items required on hand, the number of them on hand, and the number of parts that have been reserved for parts requests that haven't been picked up yet. And here we can see we can create a parts request. Now, for a parts request, if we go ahead and pick a couple parts here, we can show quantity. There's on this particular one, there are 24 entries, which takes 5 pages to list. But at this point, we're just going to order a couple parts here. Then we can go ahead, we update the parts list, and then we can see those are here. And we can actually click on make request, and it'll actually make a request. And if we look on our last page here, we can see we've actually created a new request that would have those parts in it. Now, if we look at our work order listings, we can actually call up one of these work orders. We can see a list of different components here. With this, the admin can change the lead worker to a different lead worker. You can change a job plan to a different job plan. And we have our short and long descriptions, which could be changed. An admin can pretty much change anything. A normal user won't be able to edit many of these things. You can also add time when a user or a worker has actually spent time on a work order. You can add that here as well. When we save our work order, we can go back and look at it and see that we actually updated it. So we can also add the system news. If we had another entry we wanted to add, we can add that here. And then that would show up on our first page. And that's pretty much it, a simple overview. We also have the ability to add additional users, and those users can have a permission set that's anywhere from a guest user, which is very limited, to an admin user, which can do pretty much everything. We can limit if they can edit items or create new items, and some other things are available as well. Thank you for watching.